Huel have just introduced this selection box with their 6 different flavoured meal replacement bars. I'm going to try these out, give them a taste, and I'll let you know what I think. So, without further ado, let's get chomping. Hi there, welcome to my channel where I do gaming, tech and lifestyle. The lifestyle mainly being about meal replacement products like this Huel Bar. I've tried loads of Huel products over the last 5 years, and whilst I might not always like some of the flavours that they do, I do like the ingredients and science that goes into the products that they make and the nutritional benefits that those products can bring. And as for the Huel Hot and Savoury, if you haven't seen my review of those recently, you should definitely check them out because I really like the Huel Hot and Savoury range. But my issue with Huel, and I think it's similar for a lot of people, is they never really do sample packs. I think they used to do a sample pack back in the day, like 5 years ago or something like that, but they don't do it anymore. And you usually have to do a minimum order of about 40 quid. So when you want to try something new, there's always a risk that you might not like the flavors that they're doing or the new product that they're trying. And even in the case of the Huel bars, you had to fork out for 2 boxes of this just to sort of try them out. And that would cost you about 40 quid each time, with no guarantee that you're actually going to like the flavour of those bars, and then you're stuck with a box of bars that you don't really like. Now they have introduced a selection box of Huel bars. So whilst not entirely a taster pack, and you still have to buy two boxes of this, it does give you the opportunity to try every flavour they do. So there's a better probability there'll be some flavours that you do actually like within the selection box that you've picked. Full transparency here, Huel kindly sent me this selection box to try. This is the Huel Bar 3.1, each bar containing 200 calories and the normal balance of carbs, proteins and essential fats, fibres, phytonutrients and the 26 essential minerals and vitamins that your body needs, all contained, as I say, in a very handy 200 calorie bar. The selection box contains 18 bars covering the 6 main flavours that Huel do. Now those flavours, of course, being peanut butter, salted caramel, raspberry and white chocolate, chocolate orange and coffee caramel. Like a Christmas selection box, I have a feeling that there's one flavour in here that might get left behind. I'm looking at you, chocolate orange. But in the interest of science and fairness, I will try them all and give you my verdict of what I think of each flavour and let you know which one my favourite one is. But before we get down to the tasting, let's break down the macro and micronutrients that are behind the formula bars. One thing I've always liked about Huel, as I say, if not always the taste, is the science and ingredients that have gone into their products to make sure that you're getting your maximum nutritional value that you need to from the product. So the Huel bar consists of a 36-35-24-5 macro split. 36% of the energy comes from carbohydrates, 25% from fat, 24% of protein and 5% of fibre. The carbs in the bar are from a number of ingredients including the powdered oats. Now, apparently oats have been shown to have a low glycemic index or a low GI. GI basically refers to the speed with which blood sugar rises after we ingest carb sources and hence energy levels. In terms of the healthy fats in the bar, the fats in the Huel bar provide 35% of the total energy and they're made up of flaxseed powder, sunflower oil and coconut oil. This is to ensure that there are essential fatty acids in sufficient amounts within the bar that your body needs. There are 2 different types of oils that are present within the bar, and they help both sort of bind the bar and provide you the nutritional requirements that you need. The fats in coconut oil, of course, are what known as MCTs or medium chain triglycerides. MCT oils are the sort of oils that you kind of often read about, are good for the brain and things like that. They provide an energy-rich, sustained fuel and are perfect for those of us with busy lifestyles. In terms of protein, there's 11 grams of protein per bar, more than the recommended intake, but the recommended intake is much lower than most of us have anyway. So you know you're getting a good source of protein from the Huel bars as well. Although one thing to note like this, unlike the Huel powder, which you can probably live off if you were really desperate to, it is not recommended you just have a diet consisting entirely of Huel bars, because too many Huel bars will have a laxative effect. Just bear that in mind. 1 a day is absolutely fine, and that's how it should be used, either as a light snack, say an afternoon snack, to complement your kind of Huel diet. I might have a Huel powder at lunchtime and a Huel hot and savoury in the evening. And then you might want to have this. Or as I said before, I also sometimes used to have a Huel bar or a meal replacement bar for my lunch. And that'll get me through until the evening meal and stuff like that. Anyway, there's loads of details on the website which explains all the science and all the ingredients about it. So make sure you check that out. But without further ado, let's get on with the tasting. So there are 18 bars, 6 different flavours, so 3 of each flavour. Quick maths. So first up, ladies and gentlemen, salted caramel. I'm going to go for the salted caramel. Right. Let's have a look at this. I always find the Huel bars a lot smaller than other meal replacement bars that I've tried. They kind of condense a lot of goodness, within that. But you can see there, you can see the oats and stuff like that in there. And it has kind of light brown mottled look to it. And it's sort of shiny. You can see that kind of shiny. Salted caramel, here we go. Yeah. I'm not really getting a strong... Yeah, no, there's a bit of caramel. I was expecting a stronger taste of caramel there. I think it was a bit delayed. It's chewy, but it doesn't feel as powdery and dense. It still feels dense, but not as powdery and dense as some other meal replacement bars I've tried. But you still definitely need a drink. Yeah, I'm getting the salted caramel. That's nice now, actually. I'm getting the caramel flavour coming through. That's very nice. Right, I shall save that for later because I want to test another one. And as I say, I don't want to OD on Huel bars. Next one we're doing is chocolate. Again, you can see the oats and stuff like that within there. Obviously, much more of a darker brown. You can see that shine there with the sort of oil they've used to sort of bind it together, I guess. Right, I'm never always so keen of chocolate ones on their own, but we'll give this a go. Here we go. Again, not an overpowering sense of chocolate there. It's more cocoa powder. It's more sort of cocoa flavoured than chocolate flavoured, if I'm honest. I know, yeah. All these flavours sort of seem to come a bit afterwards. But not a super strong chocolatey flavour. It's not like a chocolate bar. It's sort of a hint of chocolate. As I say, it's sort of a hint, of cocoa powder there. But as I say, very good. Welcome to day 2 of the Huel Bar selection box tasting. Okay, today I'm very excited because we will be trying peanut butter. I love peanut butter. I love peanut butter. I love Reese's. I love peanut butter ice cream. Love peanut butter. Do you get the idea? I like peanut butter. The peanut butter one. So in here again, your basic main ingredients are the same as the others. Pea, protein, brown rice, syrup, soluble glucofiber, concentrated grape juice, rich starch, brown rice protein, all the same thing. And then the flavouring is roasted peanuts, dark chocolate chips. Roast peanuts and dark chocolate chips. Let's get on with it. Smells not really peanutty smell, really, obviously. There we are again. You say the same denseness of oats, all packed in, as you can see there, as per normal. The shine on the bar that binds it all together. Peanut butter. I'm not getting a strong peanut butter taste. It's not like a Reese's. Again, the main ingredients of the bar there with the what is it that we've got in here with the concentrated grape juice and all that. That kind of flavour always sort of, it's the base flavours, the pea protein, brown rice syrup, concentrated grape juice, all that kind of stuff. I think that's the constant flavour that you sort of get through, and then you get a hint of the main flavour. So then you get a hint of the, in this case, peanut butter, or yesterday, a hint of the cocoa and chocolate. they're not overpowering the flavours really. This one's quite bland. Maybe I hype myself up to kind of have a Reese's-like experience with that one. But again, fine. You're not eating them lots through the day. He said you only should be having one of these a day anyway. So there you go. But yeah, a bit disappointed with that one. My expectations were high with the peanut butter one. But there you go. Some of you may be fans of this, but definitely the chocolate oranges are always the ones that get left in the selection box at Christmas. I don't actually see the orangey bit in there, but there is. But the chocolate is from the dark chocolate chips. Like the oats, you can see the oats in there. I got the smell of the orange straight away, actually. Yeah, you get a strong sense of the orange, but again, I don't know, the mix of the chocolate orange, certainly getting a chocolate orange taste there. It's probably one of the strongest ones, taste-wise, so far. A definite chocolate orangey taste. Again, not an overpowering flavour. Again, you know, the base ingredients are the sort of the main ingredients that come through, and then it's sort of that after effect flavour of the main flavour of the bar, as I say. But you do get a much more stronger sense of the flavour. I think it's because of the orange. It's quite a nice sort of smell to it, and smell, you know, a lot of taste is all about the smell. So I think that helps. But definitely a very chocolate orange taste for that one. Yeah, that was quite nice actually, considering it's chocolate orange. There you go. Coffee caramel is next up. Okay, and you get the sense of the oats in there, and there's this shine on the bar there. Yeah, you're getting a nice sort of strong smell of kind of rich caramelly coffee. Oh, I quite like that. It's more caramel with a hint of coffee than coffee with a hint of caramel. It's definitely a coffee flavour to it, which I quite like. But the caramel's there, which sort of makes it nice and sweet, like a kind of comforting, you know, latte with vanilla or something like that, or a caramel shot, caramel latte, something like that. Again, the flavour's a bit stronger than some of the other bars, but it's not overpowering. The base ingredients are there. All these bars sort of seem to have a consistency so far of the base ingredients, and then a sprinkling of the flavour on the top afterwards. And that's certainly the case there. Yeah, I've got that aftertaste of coffee there. Nice. I'm wondering whether there's any sort of caffeine in here. There's probably not enough. It's just probably just flavouring. I'll check, and if there is, I'll put a little notification on the screen. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Coffee caramel. White chocolate and raspberry. White chocolate and raspberry. So again, a fruit-based one here, but white chocolate and raspberry is always a great combination. Hey, chocolatiers. Raspberry and white chocolate is better than chocolate orange, in my view. If you're going to mix your fruit and chocolate, go raspberry. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Again, the bar's much lighter than the other ones because it's a white chocolate, so it's not that dark cocoa powder or chocolate chips in there in that way, or the dark chocolate anyway. And you can see the rolled oats, etc. Sort of getting a smell of the raspberry there. Not as dry. Oh my god, not as dry as that last chocolate, or the chocolate one I just had. So I was right. The chocolate ones and all the chocolate meal replacement bars I've tried tend to be much more dry. Still chewy and dense, but yeah, it's much stronger. Oh, I can smell the raspberry now. Well, that's not, yeah, it's quite sweet raspberry with that white chocolate. It makes it quite sugary in taste, not actually in content, but just very sweet raspberry. And what with the smell, a nice raspberry fragrance there. It's quite a dominant flavour. So of all the ones I've tried, the chocolate orange and the white chocolate and raspberry ones seem to have the most dominant taste to me. It may be because of the fragrance of the fruit driving that taste. That's quite nice. Okay, so now I've tried the 6 different flavours of the Huel Bar version 3.1. What are my thoughts? Well, you've got to bear in mind that these are more snacks. They are not full meal replacements. They are snacks. They're very useful in that regard. They're about 200 calories. I have used meal replacement bars before, and they tend to have been more calories than the slightly larger bars, and I've used them as a light lunch. Whether I'd use the Huel Bar as a light lunch, I'm not sure, because that feels much more like a genuine nutritional snack to have through the day rather than even a light lunch, which I've certainly, as I say, I've used other meal replacement bars, which they're probably twice the thickness or twice the size, hence around about 400 calories, as opposed to these Huel bars, which are 200 calories. So where I've had a meal replacement bar that's about 400 calories, yeah, I've used it as a light lunch or something like that, or maybe 300 calories, 350 calories. I've used it as a light lunch. Now, I've sort of conditioned myself to have light lunches anyway, so it varies from person to person, obviously, whether that will sustain them through until the evening, and then I obviously supplement my afternoons with coffees and stuff like that to keep me going. If we look on the site, we'll also see the price here. So you have to order about 2 boxes, but it's 18 bars. You're going to end up with 36 bars. And if you subscribe, then it's costing you about £47. If it's a one-off purchase, it's about £52. So yeah, they are expensive. But they work out about £1.45 per bar, which was a snack bar point of view is not too bad. You could consider maybe having one in the morning and one in the afternoon. I wouldn't have any more than that personally, and use that to make up your sort of 400 calories and not have a lunch if that's the way you want to do it. So to sort of spread your snacking through the day, and then as long as you have a good breakfast and an evening meal, that might be an approach you want to make. But there are different ways. As I say, I used to use meal replacement bars as a light lunch at work. I wouldn't necessarily use Huel as that because it's too small, I think, for that purpose. But definitely if you're out and about, having it in the car, or if you're hiking or camping, they are great small bars to sort of have around to make sure that your body's getting its nutritional needs when you need to have a snack and stuff like that. Taste wise, you have to bear in mind that the Huel bars are really just a vehicle to getting those essential vitamins and minerals into your body in the most convenient way. And therefore, the flavourings is just a way of giving it a bit of variety. The basic ingredients are all the same, with just the flavourings the only thing really separating all the bars. So don't enter this expecting that the flavourings are going to be the dominant kind of flavour of the bar overall. They're more of a sort of a hint to give the bars a sense of variety rather than it feels like you're having the same taste every single day. And of the bars, I think I like the raspberry and white chocolate and probably the coffee caramel, oddly enough. I thought I'd like the peanut butter and salted caramel, but for me, I think it probably comes down to the raspberry and white chocolate and the coffee caramel. But everybody's different. Everybody has different tastes and will like different things. But are they any good? Well, I think it would say £1.45 per bar. They're not bad to have as snacks around the house or, as I say, in the car or if you're out camping and stuff. And I feel they're quite useful in that regard. So there we go. Let me know what you think about it. Put any comments down below. Have you tried Huel bars? Have you tried any other meal replacement bars? Let me know your thoughts, especially on the flavours and stuff like that. Do you think they should do a taster pack just to say of the 3 bars to give people a chance to sort of choose what they might want to try before they kind of invest in 30 bars? Anyway, let me know what you think. Be really interested in the comments down below. Once again, thank you for being here. If you're brand new here, do me that massive favour. Hit the subscribe button and, of course, toggle that notification bell so you know when I go live with content like this. And please, everybody hit the likes because I like them, YouTube likes them, and it helps people like you find content like this. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you around very, very soon. Goodbye.